Is this supposed to be that you don't actually do the main quest, that you actually do this one instead of
Yes,
these?
yes.
So the Whispering Hills is only for this, not for any of the other ones. Because it
Yeah,
seems to
probably.
break a lot of them.
Um, how many mods did you put on? Like the one for like Doggo always follows you, even when you have like Preston following you.
I have that.
Okay. Who are you gonna have follow you? What's her name from Diamond City?
I'm gonna have Miss Irish lad probably.
I don't want Irish lad. I want Piper or Curie.
To make cringy comments.
Excuse me.
Um, you're very
That
much going to
was
want
a pretty amazing display.
to.
I'm just glad
I
you recognized
agree.
it.
You agree? You like that I'm on side? Cause I
You
nuked
never
everyone.
have too many friends.
Because everything was
Listen,
invisible,
when we
so he
first
got
met,
concerned.
you're welcome. Well, since you say that,
For sure.
Oh, that
my destiny. Sure, whatever.
and even I don't agree.
Please.
Look,
Mama Murphy, we talked about this.
Did you pick that level up,
So,
Noise?
it's gonna
Yes.
kill you.
shush, Preston.
Nice.
We're all gonna.
Oh, what is this music?
Sounds like a remix of one of the Silent Hills, but it's a bob.
Pretty good. Oh, it just okay. This I'm gonna need, but I can't get it just yet. I need level 24. I'm gonna
I
probably.
had the Silver Shroud come and help me.
Yeah, it is pretty good for this one.
Um,
Eventually, we're gonna need the site.
don't don't blow them up. We can continue onwards, and you can just cut them.
Okay.
And our new friend here,
Please be
he's gonna
careful.
need it too. Now let's get going. Sanctuary waits.
All right.
You look so
Thanks to our
derpy.
friend here,
Sturgis is
let's
like,
get to it.
no, what you gonna do with a
That place
nuke?
Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
She
Are you
knows
just
about
gonna
it? You mean
teleport?
she had one of her visions?
I'm gonna
She
try
was
escort
stoned out
them
of
with
her
my
gourd.
nuke.
And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy saw it?
If
I
it
really
gets
don't like
no
this
worse than
chick.
everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together.
Also,
Right?
Sturge
Boss,
as anime form
got
is a
better ideas
confused
what
in
we should do
lesbian.
next?
What?
Is Sturge in
Anybody?
like your anime form
Well,
is like this chick with like
sanctuary it
a
is.
faux hawk, and it's
Sanctuary
confusing.
is its name.
I mean, you know,
Come on, June, it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
I always had those two working on the farm.
I had what's her name in this in a jail cell the entire
We owe
time.
you. No doubt about that.
The help you need is in
And then I
Diamond
put a
City.
bag over the other guy's head because he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Um,
Is there a line?
yes, and you should probably go.
I'm first. It's a UW.
An elbow?
Ooh. Let's see how they deal with the zombies.
They'll die instantly. This is why I said you should probably teleport to Sanctuary and wait.
We're right behind you.
Isn't Sanctuary gonna be filled with zombies too?
I don't know.
Or do
I
settlements
hope.
have zombies?
I mean, the settlement's already been cleared out.
Yeah,
Um,
but because of this mod, will it attract zombies?
I very much recommend making just a concrete building and just sticking as many turrets as you can on top of it.
All around it.
Yeah. Though, for some ungodly reason, it seems safe here. Though it's very dark. Jesus Christ.
It's the mod, the True Knights mod.
God, I would not get out of the power armor after what I saw. Really? It's gonna take them 10 hours to get here? Isn't it like just down the street?
Whoa, what was that orange thing? I also wanted to be daytime and not Rodstorm.
Everyone looks at Doggo as he passes by.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullet holes.
I mean, they can
Please
fix
stop
those too.
punching.
Oh, is he inside?
Be honest, it looks like he's on the roof.
I mean, he's.
Get up there! Excuse me. You might have to jump up there.
Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping you'd show up. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think
My
we could settle
God,
down here.
why is he up there?
Just to call home. What do you think?
Sure.
You gotta look past what it is to what it could be. We've got water, plenty of
It's
space.
so magical. Holy
See,
crap.
Garden plots over there, some snug shelter.
Sounds good.
Glad to hear it. I've seen people come together to build a better world. Anyway, I am glad you're here. And I hope you don't mind. I've had word from a settlement.
Oh
asking
God.
The only chance that trouble is.
Well, I was hoping, but
What kind of help do they need?
Sounded like the usual.
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
By the way, if you want to help,
do I really need to feed them?
I mean, don't you have the vending machine?
No. I do have some other ones though. Oh wait, I'm in God mode still. I have a fusion generator. I'm not really gonna be using this settlement, so yeah. I'm just putting them so they stop complaining. There you go. I had a mod for electricity, but I don't know where it is. Volt 88 radio beacon.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. Then food.
You have the sight. It has to be able to.
You can't talk to the dead.
Here it is.
Even the sight has limits.
These are the ones. That thing is a food generator.
What is this? How does it work?
There you go. Now they have 102 food.
How does it work?
Candles.
Are you gonna make a house? Or you could just use the other thing. She's actually telling the truth, just to let you know.
You telling me you killed a death claw with one bullet? Come on.
Yes.
Take me for it.
I can't remember what happened, but yes, he did kill.
She has like a special gun that does it. Now you
Yeah.
just need like ridiculous defense and some beds. Though I just make like a house over here on that platform you ripped apart, and then just put a billion turrets on top of it. Maybe use a structure, or are you going to actually attempt to make something?
Can I use
You can use prefab.
these?
I mean, I guess so, but I prefer the prefab ones, like the entire building.
Oh,
Like the
these.
barn. I use the barn because it fits most of them. You can put like two of these together, or set them side by side so that the big open spot is like connected to the other one, and there'll just be a front door and a back door.
What?
If you put one, like, have both of them facing each other, the open part can like, yeah, like that, and then it could just be two doors, and they'll connect to each other. What are we floating on?
Are we?
I'm not sure. Sick. Nice building.
And then
Now you can just put doors and like 5,000 turrets. We were going to use, what was it, to hold the turrets on?
oh my god, if I place these things, will they come to life?
I mean, they probably will, so don't touch them, please.
Especially the freaking mannequins.
What are you looking for?
Bed.
Beds and furniture.
Does this handle 2 people?
I don't think so.
Counts as 2 beds. Good. But only 2 will
Counts as-
sleep.
How many settlers do you have?
5. I could also just slap a bunch of these on the floor.
I mean, you could at least use the nice beds. It's not like you're out of like the ones next to it.
Not these.
Whichever ones you want to use.
I'll just use these, it's fine.
Don't
Oh.
forget you need a door.
Let's see.
Door is not in here.
There you go.
You want to put a light in here? And then,
Do they need light?
I don't know.
The vampires.
I just add light so, you know, if I need them, I can see them. Those work. You get, like, in the center.
Guess not.
I guess not. Probably not.
Can I be floating if I place them? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Confess
No.
the lie.
There. There.
You need to hook it up to the power line. Door sound.
Mm-hmm. There you
There
go.
we go. Now you can just put some turrets around this thing and we'll be completely fine. Do you want to put them on those pillars we saw? And I think it was metal. No, what was it in? I think it was those things. Yeah, there's like a tall one.
I use these.
Yeah, I know. Was it in concrete? It wasn't scaffolding. It was like a little... Oh, was it a boxcar?
Yeah, it was a box.
Yeah, it was a boxcar. There it is. Just have a few of these like high up.
Actually.
What? You're gonna use scaffolding?
Yeah.
But they don't have thingies on them.
Do they need walls?
No, I mean like they don't have a ground on them. Like they can't sit on them.
You'll see.
Like they'll see through.
They'll be magical.
Okay. They can stack on top of each other too.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think they can. Wow, you just ripped it apart. Wow, that's a big scaffolding frame.
There you go. Put some scaffold floor on it. Your work excellent. Oops.
Okay. Remember to quick save after you put up these turrets.
Mm-hmm. So I don't
I
die.
assume you're going for laser turrets or rocket turrets?
Probably these.
Okay.
As much as these would be good.
I mean, I just put up 20 of those. You're gonna float slightly.
Just so I can see. There we go.
Like these heavy machine gun turrets. I feel so, like, not safe with them.
Oh, I heard you say you like them.
I can destroy them. That's the problem. I can't destroy these missile turrets.
What?
You are gonna have to hook them up, though.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the correct way it's to be facing, but okay.
I'll remove that stuff.
Okay. You can probably just put an electrical wire. I don't think you need the spotlight.
I'll place one here.
Probably not necessary.
Well, just to make sure. Plus it adds some light to the place, so it's fine.
You could probably add one of those plugs to the other side. You don't need this. You can just put the plug.
It's fine. And then, oh yeah, V.
And what about the one below it?
One below.
Oh, it doesn't have one for that one.
Yeah.
You can literally use the plug underneath, you know.
What plug?
The
This
plug thing. You could have just connected that to the wall.
What, this thing?
Well, the one next to it. You can literally just connect it to the wall because this place, the house is already powered. And you could have just connected everything to one of those. Like you put in the center of the wall and just connect the whole thing to that.
I didn't know that.
You could have just put that in the center and you didn't have to make 4 of them.
I mean, doesn't matter.
No.
I don't really care how this site thing looks. I just want it to work.
You just want it to work. This is the highest defense I've seen in a while.
I mean, if you get the mod, you can get 999 defense.
Don't forget the searchlight underneath.
You sure?
Did you run out of power?
No, you said that if I connect the plug from the house into this, it works.
It worked for me. Well, you can just plug it into the one down here.
Yeah, now it works.
There we go.
Well, they have to always have a wire attached to a power
Okay.
source.
You missed one of the searchlights. There we go.
Now this thing's pretty...
Now you're safe.
I mean, I think it's a... We got an old turret over there!
Why is he up there?
I don't know.
Are you going to be able to get him down? Oh god. Are you able to get him down, or is he just gonna sit there?
There we go.
How'd he get up there to start with?
I guess the spawning mechanic made it weird.
Do you want to tell him you did this, or continue onwards with the man who's stalking you?
I'm kinda curious about the man who's stalking me.
Okay.
I should probably head into diamonds.
You can.
I'm worried about all the freaking zombies.
I mean, you just gotta be the most loudest, sneakiest thing ever.
Oh, maybe I'll keep the god mode and
Where's
just...
your power armor?
It's over in there.
Are you gonna take it with you?
Maybe I Nah, I don't need it. I'll just hang out in freaking god mode. Yes, I didn't really come here to do this as a regular run.
Then you want to go straight to the mod then.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what this horror thing is all about. I probably
So where
shouldn't
is
use
it?
a fat man though. It's in the vault anyway, so. Okay, I won't use the fat man.
At least not right away.
Double barrel shotty. Like normally if I do these Fallout runs I have like a goal in mind, but this is
Can we please use some right away?
here I just want to see what this horror thing is all about.
You used Radix.
Did I?
I think so.
Oh, it's my god mode, that's why.
You have to push the button. Do you not know where the button is?
Is it that thing?
Yeah.
Normally I don't have to enter the vault back. With the life thingy that I had, you just kind of teleport somewhere else and then it says go home, talk to Codsworth, and then you're off to Concordia. Familiar sight, doggo? You feel the new PTSD? Rip.
Yep.
The real doggo meat is wrecked. How am I supposed to open this? Is there a thing I'm missing? Do you know?
Is he stuck?
I can't open it. Jeez, it looks gross. I don't like the way cockroaches look like.
Malfunction in emergency exit door override. Please contact your Vault-Tec
You mean this one?
representative for service.
What happened here? Where is everyone? Is this all that's left? Is anyone alive? Did anyone get out? Useless.
How am I supposed to progress?
What are you looking for?
I don't know how am I supposed to progress.
He says he's upstairs.
How do I get up there?
You push the button?
What button?
No, I mean, he's outside.
Is he?
Yeah, it says he's outside.
Then why did it say explore this vault? I came in
How
here.
are you gonna get dog meat to you?
I mean, he'll teleport. Is it when I entered it said explore vault whatever. So I thought I was supposed to do that. Is the trumpet boy the stranger?
I
hope
don't
not.
think so. I think there's someone out there.
No.
See, it says 32 that direction.
Whoop. You? I know who
Hey,
you are.
you! Please,
That's
help me. I'm desperate, I
Heather's
swear.
dad.
I mean you no
Oh.
harm. Please, help me as one parent to another.
He doesn't look like that.
How do you know I'm a father? Who are you?
I don't have
Right
that
now,
voice.
I'm just a father trying to find his daughter.
That's not Harry's voice either.
Okay, you have my attention. Please get to the point.
Okay,
Why
hear
is
me
your
out.
voice changing?
I know you came out of
I
that
don't know.
vault. In fact, I've been trying to get in there for a very long time now.
How are you alive? Are you a ghost?
Like, you've been watching me?
Yes, I'm sorry. I mean you no trouble, of course. However, Look,
What's with the caps?
my name is Harry Manson. It's been over 12 years now since some religious fanatics kidnapped my daughter.
I
Ever
saw
since
that.
day, the Commonwealth has changed.
War never
This
changes.
fog, this silence, and, well, the darkness. Don't misunderstand me, the Commonwealth is no spring chicken. But this fog isn't radiation, and the abominations that parade through the streets are not mutated. I don't know how much they taught you in that vault, but I doubt there's a manual for this.
That's horrifying. And these wackos took my Sean?
Yes, I'm afraid so. But I know where they took him. I've been tracking these cult members for a long time, mostly waiting for them to make a move. Now they've stolen a baby from this vault and spoke of some unholy marriage. Probably some prophecy. I don't care. The sons of bitches took my child and yours to the Dunwich Borers, a monument of the old world's greed.
Oh, let's go then.
Dunwich Borers. Alright, it's marked on my map. I'll go there as soon as possible.
Wait, before you go, you must understand something. You're looking for a door, maybe just a hole in the ground, but you'll know it when you get there. Behind that door is a place called Whispering Hills. I've spied on these cult members for a while, and I don't know much,
That
but
wasn't
I've
spelled
overheard them
correctly.
speaking, followed clues and the like. Apparently, they were talking about bringing them to this place called Whispering Hills. They also mumbled something about a dream world and sense, but I don't honestly know what they meant.
Dreamworld? Whispering Hills? Are you on drugs?
I know. I'm not asking you to trust me. Just know that I'm the only connection you have to your son, and you are the only connection I have to my daughter. We need each other, or we will lose both of our children.
Okay, let's
Alright,
go.
I'll head out and see what I can see.
Thank you so much. Do you need to know anything else?
Not really. I don't really like your voice.
I should go.
Please be careful. The darkness will come again shortly. You should find shelter for the night.
Don't like this noise. Are you alive, Server? Server? Did your mic break?
Did he?
I don't know. He's gone.
Yep. I told you.
There he is.
I told you he's a ghost.
Welcome back. Any news?
I haven't even left yet. You saw me sit there for 10 hours.
It was like 6.
Well, let's head over there. Should I watch one of these weird speaker heads?
You mean, should you go bother them?
Yeah.
Can if you want to. He'll summon a bunch of things.
I'll kill him.
And then they'll run after you. And then you can decide what to do with them.
Nuke him.
I mean, that's an option.
I was gonna see, like, okay, how far can I get into this? But then the enemies are like 4 times stronger than me. From
Yeah,
level.
I was not expecting them to be that strong.
Like freaking 3-shotted by that vomit guy. And then they can do artillery strikes. It's kind of difficult to handle. So I thought,
Are we just gonna keep walking in this direction until we get there?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have a gun?
I just have it put down. There should be a giant sentry, but unless that has turned into a...
Yes. Should we shotgun him in the back? Nice. If he gets up, I'm done. There's a lane next to you.
Have it your way.
Hey, look at this freaking... They're so
Why are
strong.
you so strong? You're in easy mode, right?
No one saw that. Yes, I'm on easy mode. I'm on easy mode and these people can take like 10 freaking double barrel shotgun hits. Unless this game is like, okay, this is zombie mode, So anything that is not a headshot does like 1 damage.
That would explain why you could punch a squirrel and not kill it. There's a beeper. I mean, if you're gonna nuke it out of Oblivion, do be careful.
Because of Doggo.
Yeah, but I think Doggo's invincible, so whatever.
I'm just more curious how they fight.
They don't.
What, they literally just stand there and call people.
And from what I've seen, run up to it at least. Give it a good screaming. Oh, well, they attack. Well, this is horrible.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, lovely. Jesus Christ, frame rate.
My ears.
Where is dog meat?
I don't even know.
I hear the gulp.
Yeah, one siren head calls like 7 billion enemies.
Where is dog meat? Uh-oh. It's raining. Dog meat? Oh, there he is. As if
Endured
nothing ever happened.
Endured all those nukes. Yeah, I'm never...
Is this rat making the...
Scream Roach.
Screw this! Oh no. You need your light. Jesus Christ, this is advanced darkness.
Yeah,
What time is it?
It was like 8 AM.
This. Thank God you're in God mode.
Worm heads.
I like how you're just looking.
Nuke heads.
You're all like, screw this nonsense, I'm out.
Yeah, I would not play through this.
It seems too difficult. There needs to be a lower setting.
There's so many screams. I see why it said that if you mute the thingy you miss a lot, but it just screams.
You might turn this down. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. I don't even know what I'm hearing half the time. Oh, a nurse!
Oh no, it's cookies.
You know where we're going?
No,
Can we go get Piper?
all the way to Diamond City?
I mean, aren't you heading kind of there anyway?
No. I'm heading
mean, you
there
were-
and Diamond City is there.
Okay.
I can head
I
to
think
fetch
you-
Piper if you want.
Well, I secretly want Curie to make this all better, but, you know.
Curie doesn't stop demons. Nukes does. Oh god, not another one.
Nuke everything out of Oblivion. This is why I said you might want to be a higher level. But I didn't think you'd have to be level 300 to handle this nonsense.
You gotta start your, like at level 30 or something with like super decked out gear just to deal with freaking line figures.
I feel like you should tell Dogmeat to go home. He's kind of getting more hurt than anything. Yeah, tell Dogmeat to go to Sanctuary. He'll be happier there than being nuked to oblivion.
I don't have the time to do it.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Oi! Stupid dog meat, I'm trying to tell you.
Heads up. Heads up.
He keeps seeing enemies.
Oh. Dogmeat has to stick around with me because I can't send him home if there's so many enemies constantly.
You have to. Oh, the darkness is ending.
Is that what the raid siren is?
Yes.
Even Silent Hill was more light than this. So this is what happens. Everything goes pitch black and monsters come out.
Here we go. Just a nuke out of the sky. Okay, tell Dogmeat to go back to Sanctuary. And go chill there, please.
Look alive. Look alive.
What's he want? Is he too angry to listen to you? Are you having a hard time
here.
remembering
Wait there.
buttons?
Come on. How you doing, buddy? Go on home.
Sanctuary. There we go.
It's
He'll be
snowing?
safer. That's fog.
What, am I gonna
You know.
see some crazy shite now?
I mean, you are heading towards the Silent Hill. Duh.
Should I go see the settlers here and see how they're dying?
You can
Yeah.
probably cut out most of, like, you building and all that.
Yeah, I probably have to compress this thing.
Just
And all
cut
this
the-
unnecessary walking.
Or just have the super run. Do you know how to make this, like, speed up?
It seems to be fine.
You should really tell these people to go to Sanctuary.
Alright, first I would have to help them with their stupid problem.
Which is nuking their house?
I mean, the house is broken already.
Now it's on fire.
Plus I fixed their problems. Roaches with nukes. It's a bit of an overkill, but hey.
Oh my gosh, sir, we need your help. Nukes? No, sir. We've got a roach problem. Nukes? Wow, I didn't even hear that land. Somewhere, somehow, it hit a goal. Is that the water?
See the
I
mushroom
can't
cloud.
see a thing.
Yeah, I would not play this through.
Some guy played it in VR. Like this mod.
All the mod pack, like the mod packs I have, or
Yeah.
just only the Whispering Hill.
The list I gave you.
Jesus Christ! I hope they played on like very easy or something.
I don't know, but somehow he did it. There is an ending to it.
Well, that's all I want to see.
Okay. I think that was overkill for a bloatfly, but then again, I remember what mod we have in.
Well, I turned it into Blowfly now.
You turned it into nuked fly. Was there even anything there that could have been a civilian?
The car.
You didn't take any chances. That car could have been an enemy.
It can explode. There might have been a line figure hiding in the seat.
They usually hide under the cars, though.
Next time I'm going to a clothing store, I'll put handprints on a mannequin.
Don't do that.
Okay, that's not...
So, like, what was that?
I thought that was another one of the thingies. But just that stupid robot being like, General Atomics is the greatest village. Yeah, it's the stupid robots. Please, sit down. What would you like to eat? Oh no, it was something about the menu.
I don't know.
I can't remember what the robots say.
I got around him by telling him I was ex-military, and he was like, "Thank you for your patronage," and let me come in.
Yeah,
Or
but
some crap like that.
there's a cafe in there that is like, hey, we would like to serve you. And it's like, serve me?
Oh, you're...
Yes. And then they started attacking you.
Oh, these are cool looking.
There's what are they, snake cat dogs?
Don't know. I like how you actually give it a chance to look at it.
Before I deplete their life faster than they can say oops.
So how close are we to this place?
An actual deer?
What kind of blasphemy is this? Wow!
Oh, it is an actual deer.
Must we punch the deer?
Oh dear. I saw a question in Gora today that if cows can't really defend themselves, how are they still alive to this day?
They're very violent creatures.
Or like any like lambs. Like how are they still alive if there were so many like carnivores throughout the ages? What
I
is
don't
that?
know.
You better be friendlies or my little buddy is gonna say hello to you. Okay, you're not friendlies. Is it this?
No.
No. What is that music over there?
Radio, I think.
This is why I don't play.
Nuke it!
The problem is it doesn't die. I have to hit it. It's immune to gunfire or like AoE.
That's bull.
Indeed. Are the creatures from Far Harbor in here?
Well, that answers your question. That's a death claw water thing.
Oh, okay. Because those things look...
I don't think that's from Far Harbor, because I never saw a death claw water
No,
thing.
it's not. But it looked like one. Because there's those looking things in Far Harbor.
I'm so glad you agreed to do this. I'd never be able to get this running on my Fallout.
Your what?
On my Fallout?
Oh, I heard you say front loud. Front loud.
I swear I speak English. It might not sound like it sometimes. Are we at the edge of the world?
Nope. This
Are
is
you
the place.
sure?
This
Because
is the
it
place.
looks like we're on the edge of the world.
Oh, close. Oops.
Did you ever get the mod that puts Cthulhu out in the water?
No, because I'm not entering the water.
I saw that one.
It's a puppy.
It's a tiny
It's small.
Wow, it's
You're
strong.
stronger than your parents.
But still gets nuked.
That reminds me of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
What am I hearing? A turret! Making my way downtown. Nuking
Making
everything.
my way down the satellite, yeah, gonna serve me.
You see anything? Are you in the quartz mine?
God, I hate these glowing ones.
You are. You're in the quartz mine.
Yes.
I mean, it's not very important you murder everything. It's more important you get inside.
Oh, they can survive a nuke?
What can survive a nuke?
One freaking zombie survived a nuke. There's so many glowing ones here invisible that I can't almost move. There's something very wrong with this.
I know. You may not want to use that inside.
Should I get some other weapon?
Yeah. Oh, hello?
Oh, one that I can... Oh my.
Well, at least you could see. Can you spawn in like a laser rifle or something? Oh, trap! Trap! At your feet.
Should I use the
We'll be
minigun?
back. I mean, you could. Should we be back?
I mean, depends how long you want this.
I mean, I don't care.
It's almost 2
But
hours.
I know that you'll have to clip it and all that. So we'll be back.